Namaste to everyone. Let us begin with the Prarthana. Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na gurov paramam shishurasmi gurov matirasti gurau mama pahi gurov Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na gurov paramam shishurasmi gurov matirasti gurau mama pahi gurov Gurureva gatihi gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na gurov paramam shishurasmi gurov matirasti gurau mama pahi guru. So hope I am audible and it's clear because there is some that borewell digging work going on nearby my house. I tried to lessen the sound by closing the doors and windows and everything, but still the sound is coming. Hope it's clear. So let us begin today's session. Today we are in the lesson number 2, the second lesson we have entered, and we are doing the introduction series. We have not yet begun the book itself directly, the Anuvada Pradepa-1 text as such. So, but we are doing the same material, the same thing, background construction right now. Okay. So hope it will help you in understanding the things around the text better, because language needs lot of ending. Okay, so we need to know many things about the language before we can enter the real study, the real language. Okay, so let us begin with some more introduction points today. Someone in the earlier class in the question time had asked, could you please repeat the some slide? So I have put that slide today just as a revision point from yesterday, previous class, and also for that Bhagini. Okay, so let us look at the padam, which we thought of as Dvividham. It is two types. Padam mukhyataya Dvividham asti. The major division of the padam, that is word, loosely translated as word, but padam is very like it's a different concept in English and in Sanskritam. So this padam is two kinds. Okay, one is nama padam, the noun which indicates the name. It does the naming job. Okay, so they are popularly called as Shabda Rupani, Nama Padani or Shabda Rupani. So this is plural and this is singular. Padam Pade Padani, Shabda Rupam Rupe Rupani. So this Dama Padam is naming word. Okay, naming word in a language. And the other one is Kriya Padam. Though there are many other kinds, Satsu Anekeshu Anyeshu Pada Vibhageshu Api, we are dealing with these as main categorization. This I have explained before. So what does a Kriya Padam do? It is a Karya Suchakam. It tells us about something about an action, on an activity. Okay, so that is Kriya Padam. Now, after that, what we did was, what aspects are related things for the Nama Padam and Kriya Padam, for the noun and the verb. Kriya Padasya Sambandha Vishayaha ke, Nama Padasya Sambandha Vishayaha ke. What are the things related to Nama Padam and what are related to Kriya Padam? We tried to look at those aspects, right? So one was Vibhakti. Vibhakti is related to Nama Pada. It doesn't exist in a Kriya Pada. But let me tell you one small technical point here that I did not mention on in the previous class. That is, vibhakti also is related to Kriya Padam by grammar, by Panini's word. But in the world, popularly vibhakti means a case ending, okay, case termination. Case termination means that which is related to nouns, nominal words. Okay, so it has got restricted usage in the day-to-day language. Pratidina bhashayam, dainandina bhashayam, kim abhavat asya padasya upayogitayam evam hrasah abhavat. There is a shortening of the meaning. Saha kriyapadasya sambandhatam atyajat. It has abandoned or left out the relation of it with kriyapada. I will tell you, vibhakti meant for both namapadam and kriyapadam by Panini technically. But in the world popularly, loke kim abhavat? Loke tu vibhaktir nama namapada sambandhamityeva khyatir jata. There was only popularity for vibhakti as related aspect to the namapadam. That is why when we say vibhakti, we mean only for the namapadam. Those who have advanced learning in the Paniniya Vyakarana would object to this kind of categorization that I have done. They will say, oh, what are you teaching? Vibhakti also is related to Kriya Padam, right? Purusha Pratyaya also is called a Vibhakti, right? But what happened is in the world, Loke Bhashayam Kiva Bhavat, Vibhakti got restricted to Namapadam. That is why for all practical purposes in our classes, whenever we say Vibhakti, it will be only related to Namapadam. That is nominal word. Okay, nominal base. Then the Namapadam has also got one aspect called Lingam. Lingam iti apara vishayaha Namapada sambandhaha asti. Okay, Namapada sambandham Lingam. Oh, I have written it Namapada sambandha. That should be Namapada sambandham. Okay, Lingam. Lingam is always in neuter. Okay. So, Lingam nama kim? So, this I will explain in the next slide. Lingam means in last class we have discussed thoroughly about Lingam. Okay, what are the problems with the Sanskrit? Not problems, but what are the areas that Lingam covers and does not cover and all. Okay, all that we have discussed. Then Purushaha. The Purushaha is a Purusha Pratyaya. Purusha is again threefold. We will come to that in detail in this class. And this aspect is related to Kriya Padam. So, Kriya Pada Sambandhoyam Vishayaha. Purushaha iti Kriya Pada Sambandhaha Vishayaha. This is related to Kriya Padam, this aspect. Okay. Then, Kala. Who has a Kala? Can Kala become related to Namapadam ever? Can Rama, Sita, or Shiva, Shankara, all these words, will they be ever related to Kala? No. Kala is like Vartamana Kala, Bhuta Kala, Bhavishyat Kala, all that are related to activity, right? That is why they are related to Kriya Padam, simply. Okay. Kala is related to Kriya Padam, right? Then there is an aspect which is related to both. Okay, so there can be a person doing an activity. Kriya Padam means he is going. Okay, so for in Sanskrit we have different for he is going and they are going, right? So that is the Vachana. So one person is going, we have going as in one kind of termination, one kind of word. Then they are going. Then we have another kind of termination, another kind of word. So that is where the Vachanam or number comes into play. Okay. So there are different formations, different Rupani. Aneka Rupani Santi. Vividha Rupani. Anyani Rupani. It is not like English. that Sanskrit also has got only one form for everything. No, we don't have one form. We have many forms, like for ekavachana, for dvivachana, for the bahuvachana. Okay, so these were the points which I had made in brief in the last class. Okay, so now we will go ahead from here. Hope Bhagini is happy. Then we will come to Sapta Vibhaktayah. Though we had covered it in very short in the previous class, I am going to just explain each aspect here. Though many of you know it. Okay, let me see if anybody wants to, like, we will go by discussion because these are all simple points. Let me cover. If you don't cover some points, I will explain. Okay, you can now raise your hand. If somebody wants to explain this point, you can raise. Geeta Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini.
Namaste.
Aham gata divase na agatavati. Parantu aham prayatnam karomi. Prathama vibhakti. Prathama vibhakti. Prathama vibhakti itukte nominative itukte Ramaha gachati. Ramah gachati prathama vibhakti asti.
Okay. Is gachati prathama or Ramah prathama?
Ramah prathama. Ramah prathama.
Okay. Dhanyavada. It acts as a subject of the sentence. Okay. It acts, this word prathama vibhakti, whatever the word we see in the prathama vibhakti tends to act as the subject of the sentence. Okay. Now we will go to Dvitiya vibhakti. Hemavati Shankar. Hemavati Bhagini.
Karma padam suchayati.
Karma padam suchayati. Very good.
Ramaha vanam gacchati. Vanam tatra dvitiya vibhaktyam asti. Karma padam suchayati.
Okay. Karma padam suchayati. Dvitiya vibhakti. Yes. Karma nama kim? What is karma? So Bhagini says Dvitiya, this case tells about karma. So what is a karma? Now the question arises. Hemavati Bhagini vadatu.
Karma on which the action is done.
Okay, which experiences the fruit of the action.
Fruit of action.
Object.
Karma phalam. Etra.
Phalam. Kriyayaha phalam anubhavati. But we cannot say karma phalam again. We are using karma as a technical word, right? So we cannot say again karma. Okay, so actions, the kriya. Okay, the phalam of the kriya is experienced. For example, any sentence. We will extend. Ramaha gacchati. So Ramaha
vanam gacchati.
Ramaha vanam gacchati. So what is vanam?
Vanam is the karma there.
Vanam is the karma. Because
Kutra gacchati iti prashna karomi chet.
In Sanskrit it will come. Okay, it cannot be explained by kutra. In Sanskrit, the destination, the place where we want to reach is in Vidya Vibhakti. That is why it is possible. In no other language we can explain it.
Dhanyavada.
So we can tell it another example. Ramaha phalam khadati. In that we can explain. Khadati. Kim khadati? Okay, so what does he eat? So what in the objective sense? Okay. So that is karma. Right. Dhanyavada. Now we will ask Praveen Bhrata to tell what is Trutiya.
Okay, Trutiya is Sadhana Trutiya. Sadhana Trutiya means
Trutiya. Okay.
Sadhana Trutiya. So if I want to say Balakaha Kandukena Khelati. So Kandukena, this is the Trutiya Vibhakti. So Balak is playing with a ball.
With the ball. Correct. Okay. So what does it do? It acts as an instrument to accomplish some task The kriya, okay, the kriya is accomplished through this object. Okay, whatever object we are putting in Trutiya is going to act as an instrument in accomplishing that activity.
Can we say as a Prathama is a Karta Karaka, Dvitiya is a Karma Karaka, Tritiya is a Sadhana Karaka. Can we say that?
We can say that, but if we'll go by strictly Karaka, then we cannot explain other meanings that the Vibhakti is associated with. Okay, Vibhakti is a little more vaster than only Karaka concept. That's why we better not associate only with Karaka. We can associate, but we cannot restrict the Vibhakti only to the Karaka. There are other usages of the Vibhakti as well. Okay, and even in the Karaka, there are many areas that we need to explain. Karma is not one word. If we go by grammar, karma is not just one word, karanam is not just one word, sadhana is not just one word. There are many areas. That's why better we say with. Okay, when we in the basic level, we will be happy with by and with. Okay, so that idea is expressed by Tritiya. Others please mute themselves. Okay, then we can avoid unnecessary sounds. Okay, when you speak, you can unmute. Other times, please keep yourself in mute. Right. Now we will go to Chaturthi. Nalini Bhagini will answer.
Ram Ram. Shruyate va?
Shruyate.
Yatra dana kriya asti tatra chaturthi bhavati. Hetu karanena api chaturthi vibhakti bhavati.
No. Just explain the basic idea. Okay. So what are the other areas we will discuss later. Hetu is a very big word. No, we cannot say that. It is just for Chaturthi. No.
Okay.
But Tadarthya, what you want to say is Tadarthya, not Hetu. Okay. They're all technical words. We cannot just use them like that. That is right. Okay. So what is the idea of Chaturthi? You give for something. Okay. You do for something. Okay. So that is. So especially it comes in Dana and other aspects also. Okay, where there is a purpose. Okay, for this purpose I am going. So everywhere there is for, there is Chaturthi. Okay, that is the idea. Does anybody wants to add anything? Praveen Rata, you want to add?
No.
Okay. Right. Then we will ask Chitra Bhagini, Chitra Shrikant Bhagini to tell Panchami.
Namaste Bhagini. Panchami vibhakti apadana kriyaya. Ityukte separation vrikshat phalam parnam patati. Ityukte vrikshah tasya pratak bhavati iti arte upayuchyate.
Okay, correct.
Sthana parivartanam asti, kila?
No, not sthana. There is not sthana parivartanam. There's a vibhaga. The technical word is vibhaga. There is a separation and there is a like breaking off from one thing and this. So from, okay, so breaking off means not physically breaking something, but you have gone out from your house to some place. So from the house. So there is a vibhaga from the house and you are reaching to other place. So this from, this gets the Panchami. Okay, that is how it goes. Okay, so you're all learned people. Huh? What am I doing here? Huh? You're all telling so nicely. Huh? I'm just passing my time here, I think. Huh?
No. We are trying to test our own ignorance.
Very nicely, all points. But yeah, I'm here to clear gaps. Then let my role here to be clearing your gaps. Okay, but wherever there is some problem, it's some gap, I'll fill it. Okay. So Shashti Vibhakti Nataraja Bhrata.
Ram.
Shashti means? What is the Shashti?
Again related to the verb.
Showing the relation.
It is not related. It is relation, but it is not related to verb at all. Okay, that is why explaining Vibhakti in the sense of Karaka will put us in a problem when we want to explain Shashti. Okay.
Shashti is not a Karaka.
Not a Karaka. Yeah.
Okay.
It is
So
relation.
of, the meaning gives possessive case where of it is there, like Rama's house,
Ah,
Dasharatha's son, or something like that.
yes, yes, yes.
We can say of. Is it?
Of, yes,
So
yes.
we can say, we can relate to nouns through Shashti Vibhakti.
Yes, the relation, yes. Of. Right, good. So, that is Sthula Rupena. Shashti has many other roles to play, but Sthula Rupena. Okay, we will come to the other usages when we go to that particular chapter. You must have seen the Anuvada Pradepa. It is very systematically done. When we enter the Shashti Vibhakti, we will discuss all those points. Okay. So this is just majorly. Now Saptami, Shankarapuram Sri Priya Bhagini.
Namaskara Bhagini. Saptami is it's Shashti Saptami. We can say Ram Uttama Gunaha Asti. So Rame Uttama Gunaha Asti. With him or in him or at him, we can say, I think.
In, on, about all these ideas. Okay. Major on. Okay. Majorly we can say in, on the table. Is this the best example? On the table, in the house, kind of things. Okay. So there is locative. Okay.
The sthana or kala darshaka.
Sthana, yes. Yeah, we can say sthana. Yeah. Kala also. Yeah, in this
Kala
time.
also. Sthana and kala.
Okay. Now we will come to vocative. Now this is the easiest I will tell right now. No, one more hand is there. Chandra Rekha. Chandra Rekha Bhagini. Yeah.
Namaste, madam. Vocative case we translate as Sambodhan Prathama Vibhakti.
Yes.
It is used to address, like if I want to speak here to Ram, then I will say, hey Ram. Like in Prathama Vibhakti, we say Ramaha, but for Sambodhan, we do not use the Visarga. So it changes to hey Ram.
Yes.
So it is used for addressing.
Very good, very good. In 3 sentences, you have told everything about Sambodhana. Good.
Thank you.
So, he, o, aho, bho. So, there are different words in Sanskritam that is there. O, I, all these kinds of, okay, I, all these words are there. But there are, okay, this idea. Now, we are just discussing what exactly this idea is. So, as we have discussed in the previous class, we cannot call these as 8 vibhaktis at all. They are always 7 and Sambodhana is Sambodhana Prathama. We will relate it to Prathama only. Sambodhana is not a different vibhakti. It is only Prathama vibhakti. Okay. So now having discussed these vibhaktis, I would like to go ahead with the next concept of today's class. Okay. Now we will go to Purusha. Who is a Purusha? Purusha in the world we know popularly as Purusha, Stri Purusha and all. But this Purusha is not Stri Purusha. Okay, right. Purushaha Trividhaha. Okay, I am Purushaha Trividhaha Asti. 3 kinds. So we have discussed about their names. Now we will go into a little more detail. Prathama Purushaha is the first person. That is it. Okay. Sorry, it's a third person. I'm sorry. It's not first person. It's third person. Second person, and I should have put it in the reverse. I'm sorry. I will correct this slide right now because it will remain. Oh my. I didn't observe this. I've checked it thoroughly and I missed this point. Always some mistake happens. I'm sorry for this. Third person, second person, and first person. Okay, so come there. Yeah, so third person, second. So who is the third person? Is he, she, it, and they. So why did I put all these words? Because there are something called singular and plural concepts also. Because this both Namapada and Kriyapada has got these aspects, the Vachana aspect, and Purusha is related to Kriyapada. Okay, Kriyapada will have. You are saying Kriyapada and you are using all personal pronouns. What is this, madam? You will say, right? You are saying Kriyapada and you are saying he, she, it. Then I am not saying about he, she, it as words. The Kriya which expresses the action of he, she, it. We are taking that. Okay. So, you want to say something, Shri Priya Bhagini?
Anna Bhagini, sorry.
Got unmuted. So, he, she, it, the activity related to. Okay, the activity related to these persons. So, let us not go into deep, but Prathama Purusha is referring to he, she, it, and they. Okay. Next, Madhyama Purusha is you, second person. Okay. So, second person is not somebody who is standing in the line, first person, second person, and third person. It's not like that. Who are in the line? Okay, like I'm talking to someone. So that person becomes to me as a second person. Second is a medium. Okay, somebody who is in the medium, and I am right. So I am doing the talking, and somebody is listening. The hearer becomes the second person. Somebody is talking, and I am hearing. I become the second person for him. Okay, that is it. Then the first person. It is I and we. Now English doesn't have this. Here I wrote he, she, it, and they. So many words. Here I wrote only one word. Here I wrote two words. So what is this thing? Radha Bhagini will tell. Okay, Radha Bhagini will explain. She has raised hand. So why we have written only two? What is the meaning of all this? You can tell.
Madhyama Purushe Tvam Yuvam Yuyams Trini Agachati. So all those are you in English. Okay. And Bhagini, Prathama Purushe Bhavan Bhavati api agachati khalu.
That we will discuss. Yes. Somebody asked in the chat also. We'll come to that.
Astas. And Uttama Purushe I we. Now there's no dual word for avam in English.
Right. So that is it. So we have three words, three vachanas. We should not forget that. Vachanas will come to that in detail. But three vachanas we should not forget. I'm just trying to give you the idea in English. That does not mean that we are limited only to the English part. Okay, we have to extend it to the Sanskrit, and it will come in the detail later. But majorly it refers to you. However many yous are there in whatever language. Now the language in concern is Sanskritam. Samskrite traya purushaha trini vachanani santi. Ataha for every purusha. There are three vachanas in Sanskrit. Ataha for every purusha we have three things. Okay. So one he, two he's, many he's, one she, two she's, many she's, one it, two it's, many it's. So that is called they. Okay. And then this many we are saying it with they. We don't have any word for dual at all. So we have singular, dual, and plural, and we cannot put it in English. Okay, we can only say there is a dual. That's all. So in coming to Madhyama Purusha, there was a you is actually plural. Okay, you is actually plural. So for honorific you and other you, everything in English is you is honorific. Okay. So you is a plural actually. Then is there a singular? Yes, there was. There used to be a singular in the old English. Thou, thee, etc. They also had objective case. You know, in English also there was an objective case which got through the time when the time passed, it just went away from the language. So there is a thou and you we can say. So even then we will fall short of dual. Okay, even if we take thou, there will only be singular you and plural you. There can't be a dual you. Okay, so that is it. So when we talk of in context with Sanskrit, we have all the three. Right. Then Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha is I. When I am the speaker, I am Uttama Purusha for me. Okay, as we discussed, I am the Uttama. Okay, I am the most best. I am the bestest person, right? Uttama. Then Madhyama, you are the Madhyama, means you are the medium, then that is Prathama. But first Ganya is the Prathama. Now somebody asked, okay, why Prathama? So there is now these days the modern books we see that they are giving first person as the first termination and all. But that is wrong way from the point of view of Sanskrit. We have an idea why we put the Prathama Purusha. The tradition always gave the Prathama Purusha words first. And one of the Sanskrit teachers I know, he was almost like into tears when he was discussing this point with me, Bhagini. So what they are doing, you saw, they are just changing the order of the words that we give. They are giving the first person first. They are starting with me first. and that's not proper from the point. So, but let us see why it happened. It might have happened because of one aspect that we'll come to know shortly. So, is there a kriya bheda? Is there a linga bheda in the kriya? So, wherever there is a kriya, we are talking about prathama purusha. So, we are talking about prathama purusha termination. Okay, so that termination doesn't have any change. So, when a speaker is a girl, speaker is feminine, then also she says the same, she uses the same verb and the same pronoun. When the speaker is a male, he also uses the same pronoun and the same verb for himself. And when Madhyama Purusha is there, whether it is a masculine or feminine, any gender person, okay, so we always say the same verb and the same personal pronoun, okay. And then the Prathama Purusha only has got Bheda of he, she, it. Now you said there is a he, she, it and you are saying Linga Bheda Nasti. How come? So as I told you, we are not talking of he, she, it. We are talking of the Kriya which is related to he, she, it. So that Kriya is not going to have any Linga Bheda. That is what is the idea. Linga Bheda is not there in the Kriya Padam which relates to he, she, it and they. Okay, so when they do some activity and we are telling that activity, so this is related to Kriya Pada and Kriya is an activity. That activity we are speaking of, which does not have a linga. We will come to that very shortly. For example, Ramaha vanam gacchati, Sita api vanam gacchati. So there is no other word. Gacchati is pertaining to only Rama, that is nowhere. Okay, so Rama also gacchati, Sita also gacchati. If there is a yanam, yanam also gacchati. Okay, the yanam is a neuter gender, that is also gacchati only. So there is no change in gacchati. So that is what we mean by Kriya Padeshu Linga Bheda Nasti. Okay, then Ramaha, Sita and yanam have got, that is he, she, it. Okay, that is he, she, and gacchati is the activity that they are doing. That is what I wanted to tell you. Gacchati is the activity that he, she, it is doing, and that gacchati is not going to have any linga bheda. That is right. Right. Now let us hope this slide is clear. We will go to the next question. Why Prathama Purusha? Okay. So why do we do the Adhyayana Prarambha with the Prathama Purusha? So, for example, I am speaking something. So, bhasha happens between two persons or two things. Like I am speaking to you through the internet, through the computer. Okay, you're all the listeners. So, I may sit on a stage and speak. I may appear in that whatever through the YouTube channel. I can speak. Okay, or I can speak to my neighbor standing in front of him or her. Okay, or I can speak on the phone, mobile phone. So there are different ways where a person speaks, or a book can speak. Book can also speak. Okay, writer speaks through the book. Okay, the printed letters and all. So there are always two who are in direct approach. The two persons are in direct approach. Like I am speaking, somebody is listening, and he is speaking, I am listening. So two persons are always there, and we know each other that we are there, isn't it? We know each other. I know that I am there. And the listener is there, he also knows he is there. Okay, so there is not importance for that. That is why we don't have even a different pronoun for these words. Aham. When I say aham, a girl also can say aham, a boy can also say aham. Okay, if a yantram speaks, like these days we have a PDF reader and all, the machine itself speaks, like the Google girl who tells us the ways and all, she also speaks, right? She is speaking or the yantra speaking. It's the yantra that is speaking. So yantra is a neuter. So let us suppose I am a girl, somebody is a boy, and this yantra. Okay, all are speaking. Okay, so do we have a when they are saying aham, when they are saying I, for example, the mobile got some speech and it says I now tell you, something like that. Okay, so what do you see? What do you observe here? Everybody is aham. There is no other word for aham. There is no linga bheda because aham nyayate. Aham is sakshat there. Then shrota. Shrota is in front. Like even when the book is speaking to us, I am reading it. I am the Madhyam Purusha for the book. Right? So I am there. I know that. The book also knows that I am there. I am reading it. So we don't need to specify aham and tvam. Okay. But when it comes to sahasa tat, So we have a gender difference, we have different pronouns, we have much expanded thing than aham and tvam. Aham tvam just remains with that that grid 7 plus 1 into 3 table. Okay, the sambodhana, the 7 vibhaktis, the sambodhana into 3, the 3 vachanas. Only that. We don't have even 3 lingas for aham. We don't have 3 lingas for tvam, but we have all this much into like expanded forms when we come to prathama purusha. Okay, so that becomes the varta vishayaha. That's why we bring in prathama purusha. Okay, so that is the so tattvam asi, it comes from there. If we go to tatvika, so this is one answer. One practical answer is aham and tvam are known. It is the prathama purusha, that is the he, that is not known, or the subject which we are discussing. The case, the topic in the case is not like specified here. So we both are talking about somebody who is not here. Then that gets the prathamika, this thing. Okay. So one is tattvam asi. So tat padartha is Bhagavan. Okay, that is the Atma, that is the Paramatma, that is the supreme soul, that where we want to reach. So that gets the tat and that. Okay, tat has, some people say that when the linguistic study was done in the between different languages, tat has happened to form the base for that. They say that that has emerged from tat. Okay, so that much importance is there to prathama purusha. So prathama purusha kaha ishvaraha sakshat tat padartham. That is why we can always have it in the first place. Let us not replace the places. For now you are the students, later you might become teachers and you might write good books. Let us hope for a good day for Sanskrit one day. Okay, we all will be faced with questions. Why prathama purusha first? When in English it is first person, it is that I with English starts with. No, we don't give importance to I. The third reason is I, we are very humble I. We have a Bharatiyas in the Sanatana Dharma, we have a very humble outlook of I. Okay, that's why we put it in the last. So there is one more interesting instance which I want to relate. I liked it a lot. I liked it so much that I want to relate it in this class. In the Russian language, I is ya. Okay, I is said by ya. Ya means I. And you know, it happens to be the last letter of the alphabet. Okay, when they have be, we, they, and all these letters complete, then in the end that letter comes and they write it in the, as a ulta ra. Okay, in English there is r, right? The ulta form of that they write. Okay, so that is ya, that letter. Okay, and what they say, you know, remember when somebody is doing ahankara, when somebody has become very arrogant, they say, hey, remember, ya is the last letter of the Russian language in the alphabet. Okay, so that is also one reason where we Bharatiyas want the aham, the asmat padartha to be in the end. Okay, so let us not reverse those things. Let us not put them into the trouble by exchanging their places. Okay, our elders have thought over something. They must really have something in their minds when they put this order very carefully. Let us follow the tradition for our good and for the good of the language. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell. I won't prolong it more, and let us go to the next. So Uttama is
well said. Well said, Bhagini.
Thank you so much. So there is no linga bheda in the Uttama aham shabde, and also tvam shabde api linga bhedona. This we have discussed, and prathama. This all I have just now discussed. So linga bheda is there in only prathama. So we need to specify saha, tat, etc. in the prathama. Okay. So and there is no linga bheda in the kriya pada at all anywhere. Okay. So let us go by the same order that we have learned. Now we will move on to the next topic of today, that is kalaha. Okay. So kalaha is a concept which is universal. Okay. So one thing I have observed is we are comparing with English in many aspects. When the newly learning people, when they come to Sanskrit, they kim kurvanti prathamam agatya atra kimasti iti na pashyanti. What is there here they don't see. This is compare with English. Okay, so that is a wrong approach also. Okay, that is wrong. So see what is there in Sanskrit. What Sanskrit holds for you in store. Okay, Sanskrit idea, Sanskrit expression, how Sanskrit language works. That is more interesting. When we learn a new language, we don't look it through the eye lens of the languages we know, right? We don't look through the lens, but we use the knowledge. If something is there in common, we say, hey, this is there in my language also. Okay, that gives us a lot of interest. If that exists in your language, good, you can relate better. But if that does not exist, you cannot say, hey, your language doesn't have all that trait. Hey, your language also, he'll also say, your language also does not have many things that my language has. So it will be dishum and all. So we should not go to that thing at all. Okay, so coming to Kala, so people think that there is only one Vartamana Kala in Sanskrit. I'm so unhappy. Don't be unhappy for one Vartamana Kala. Celebrate, okay? You need not learn more forms. Just celebrate it, okay? If there were 3 or 4 forms, we would have, our head would have hurled more than it is hurling right now. Okay, already Sanskrit is bearing one thing that, oh, Sanskrit is very tough, you know. So all that Sanskrit is bearing. Now she's like tired with those comments and all. Okay, she must be like, if Sanskrit will get some mouth to speak, na, she will tell this thing as first. Hey, don't call me tough, right? Huh? Don't tell me tough. I'm not tough, right? So there are, now we complain that the English things are not there in Sanskrit. That is wrong way, right? So now let us go to the why they say that, because in English we have one present tense, past tense, and future tense. This is universal, and again present simple, present continuous, present perfect tense. Then past simple, past perfect, past continuous, past perfect continuous, and all. Then future also the same things. Sanskrit doesn't have like that. Okay, so this is only for compare and contrast. I'm telling. I'm not telling it for like this is good or bad. This is higher. This is lower. I'm not telling like that. The vyavastha, that all the bhasha has got this kind of vyavastha there and this kind of vyavastha here. That is my purpose as a language teacher. Okay, as a language teacher, every language is equally important for me, equally beautiful, equally important, equally like having its own function in the world. Okay, I don't say this is lower, this is higher, this is good, this is better. No, I don't say that. I just say the vyavastha is like this in this language and like this in this language. So let us just take it as very naturally. Okay. Then, so samanyataya kalaha trividha in general. So that is vartamana kalaha. Adyataniyaha prachalan kalaha. Whatever, so all we know. Okay, present tense, whatever is going on right now. Then atitaha kalaha, which has passed, and bhavishyat kalaha, which is about to come, which is not yet come. Right, now we have something called prakara. This is a new concept. Though we have something like that in English, but it is special in Sanskrit. So it is kala bhinnaha, which is different from kalaha, but it has got all the features of what kala has. Like we have vartamana kala, bhuta kala, bhavishyat kala, and verb forms for that natural, right? For in every language, it works the same. So the verb forms are also there for these. Okay, they are called moods in English. Okay, they are called moods. Mood, M-O-D, mood. Okay, so this is for kriyarthaka. This also works like a kriya, and it is 4 kinds. One is lot ajnartha, that is imperative mood. One is vidhiling, vidhyartha, that is potential mood. So this ajnartha is like to come here, sit, talk, kind of things. Okay. Speak up. Why are you silent? Speak. When I say speak, I'm asking the person in front to speak up. So this is an agnya. I'm not telling he is speaking. I am speaking. It's not that. Hey, speak. Speak means you speak. Just now. Tell what happened. Tell. So I'm telling tell. So that is imperative mode. Okay. I'm just asking the person to speak up, to act. Okay. So this is ajnartha. Vidhiling is potential mode. Let it be like that. Something may it happen. Okay, it should be like this. So that should be, the may be, and all things come under this vidyartha. Okay, one should never speak lies. One should always speak truth. It should be like this. He should have come by now. He did not come. So that's that kind of expressions vidyartha. Okay. Then ashirartha. Then one more thing, ashi, this way, like benedictive mode, like we find these usages rarely in Sanskrit language also. Okay, so most popular are these two, and this is even more rare. Okay, so this is conditional mode. Some people put it in the future tense. They say there are 3 kinds of future that will come to shortly, but I don't think it is a future tense, because this is conditional mode. If it were so, if it were. So if is always a conditional tense. It is neither present nor future nor past. तुम्हें जल्दी आना चाहिए था यार, तुम इतने देर कर दिए, जल्दी आते तो हम जाते. So he did not come jaldi. So jaldi aate to, if you had come earlier, we would have gone out. So if you have come early, if you had come earlier, so that is it did not happen. Okay, it did not happen in the past, nor it is going to happen in the future. Okay, if you will go there, the train will be standing. If you will go half an hour before, the train will be standing on the platform. So is it, that is future, the train will be standing, but if conditional, if you go, that depends upon if you go half an hour before. So that the train standing on the platform will happen if you go half an hour before. So that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen before, it doesn't happen after, it happens only. So if conditional. So it's not of that. You can talk of if conditional in future, in the past, in the present, and every time. So we cannot put it in the future exactly. So these are 4 kinds of modes. Okay, imperative mode, potential mode, benedictive mode, and conditional mode. We will come to these things more clearly when the activity will come up, when the exercise, when we do the Anuvada, we will learn more. Then the kalaha, there are shat kalaha. Madam, just now you said there are 3 kalas, so these are 6. So that's what is one vartamana kala for the all kinds of present in Sanskrit. Okay, so enjoy this confusion also. It's very beautiful confusion. Okay, so when we say something in the present tense, some verb we are using, amahavanam gacchati. So gacchati means, is he now going, or will he be going for a longer time? Or he will be always going. So we cannot know. Okay. So Suryaha Udeti. We say Suryaha Udeti. Then it is a Sarvakalika. Okay. Suryaha, like sun rises in the east. This is Sarvakalika Satya. Isn't it? So Sarvakalika truths also. Dharmaha Jayati na adharmaha. Okay. Adharmaha na Jayati. Dharmaha Jayati. Satyameva Jayate. All these are Sarvakalika truths. And some are Dirghakalika. Hey, where do you work? Like I work in some company. So in English also, you use present simple, and I'm presently working in this company. So presently working, I work. They are also using that simple and continuous. They are also using in the sense of like Dirghakalika Satyas. Okay, so these are I don't keep on working all my life, but I start at some point, I end at some point, but it goes for a longer time. So Dirghakalika Satyas also in Pratamana Kala. And right now I'm eating food, or I'm speaking to you, or I'm talking on the mobile phone, I'm writing something. Right now I'm writing. Then I say Sampratika. Okay, that also will be put in the same Vartamana Kala. The Vartamana Kala has got more function to perform in Sanskrit. Okay, only one Vartamana Kala. Okay, only one. Then there are 3 kinds of Bhuta Kala. So okay, Bhuta Kala is Atita Kala, which has passed, which is not anymore existent. So the moment's gone away. Okay, that is Trividhaha. So one very beautiful, I like this very much. The first one, Lit Parokshe. I really like the forms and the idea that is expressed. Personally, I like Lit Paroksha a lot. Okay, so Paroksha Lit Lakara, this what happens, you know, this comes in the Puranas when they want to tell about the activities that the kings did and something happened in very, very, very long past. Very long past. Okay. So that which did not happen in our presence or in our lifetime. Okay, such activities we put in Bhutakala. This cannot happen in other languages. You know, English doesn't have it. Russian doesn't have it. All these are of newer origin than Sanskrit, right? So we have Paroksha Lit Lakara. We should be very proud of it, right? You know, you should feel, oh, Sadyam Purana, we are going to so back and ancient times we are going back, right? So when nobody else was there, right now who we are seeing, they were not there at that time. So we were there, Sanskrit was there. So Paroksha Lit Lakara expresses that level of past. Okay. So the forms come like Nanama, Jabhara, Jahara, and then Papata, all these kinds of, there is a doubling of the verb and it's very interesting. I don't think they come in the normal course of study. They come in like specials. Whenever you read Puranas and all, and see, in the first place, Purana itself is a very old existence. And in that Purana, some Rishi tells a story of like Yudhishthira asks, Am I the only one who is unfortunate, or is there somebody else also in the Vanaparva? Then Markandeya Rishi starts to tell about Rama, tell about Nala and all this. So in Nala Chakravarti story he relates, and he says Pura, and he uses lit lakara there. So Yudhishthira himself is very old for us, and Nala is even older king than Yudhishthira. In that story, if somebody tells some other story also, it goes to much remote past. Okay, so Paroksha goes till there. Then lang anadyatane. Don't call it lung. It's not lung. Let ga not come. It's lung. Just stop there. Lung. That's all. Okay. So anadyatana. So whatever did is not belonging to today, we will call it in lung lakara. Lung lakara. Okay. So anadyatana. So if we are just now completed eating, we cannot use lung lakara. So that somebody cannot ask me, hey, did you have your food in lung lakara? They can only ask me in samanya lung. Okay, only the lung lakara will have that present day. Okay, because it is samanya. We can use this samanya lung lakara for lit paroksha also, for lung anadyatana also, in any past tense we can use them. But the case is that these forms are a little tough forms. Okay, so more commonly found forms are these. So people started using for everything lung lakara, for every past tense lung lakara. See, there is a clear bifurcation told by grammar. But what these are all like, even in the language, they are like very what you call liberally used. There is no like hard and fast walls like China wall built that you cannot use this lakara beyond this line. No, they don't follow all that. Language is natural and they have naturally maintained this thing. Okay, so they are like overlapping, intermixing, and sometimes this is used for that, that is used for this, and all this happens. Okay, so there's just an idea that this is meant for this, whether they follow it or not. Okay, then there is a bhavishyat kala, two bhavishyats. If we don't count ring lakara as a bhavishyat, then we have only two. So one is samanya rit. Okay, so that comes as bhavishyati. Bhavishyat itself is a lut lakara word. Okay, then there is a lut anadyatana and ganta gantaro gantara etc. Okay, bhavita bhavitaro bhavitara kind of thing that happens. Then there are prakaraha chatvaraha, just now which we have discussed. So lot, vidhiling, ashirling, and room. Okay. Then what is a lakara? Why did the word come? Why is the word called as lat, lit, etc.? Nothing but something Panini liked the la. That's why he put la. That's all. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, so nothing this for every we in English there is a present simple, present continuous, present. Hey, why did he name like that? Oh, because he didn't study English at the time. That's why he named like this. Okay, that's the only thing we can say. Anyway, so la he found interesting, and he has put all kinds of e, u, and other objects and made the difference. Okay, so common is la in all that. So lat lakara, lit lakara, lung lakara, lot lakara, all this starting with la. So that is why they become lakara. Okay, that's all. Lakara. So they are like, as the formula I told you, lakara is equal to kalaha plus prakara. I did not discuss it here. Kala plus prakara is a lakara. Okay, so all the 10 put together is a lakara. Right? Then there is a 6 of lakaras have ta as the ending. Lat, lot, lit, etc. I come to that. Here, see. Lat, lit, lut, rit, late, lot. Okay, these are the 6 takara ending. There are 4 nakara ending. Lang, ling, lung, ling. Okay, so there are 4 lakara ending. So this is one kind of division. And if we come to the arthas, then it is like this. Lat is vartamana present. Rit is samanya bhavishyat. Lut is non today bhavishyat. Then lang is non-today past. Lit is long past. Lung is past in general. Okay, so this is the idea of the lakaras, of the kalas. Okay, now we'll come to the prakaras, prakara lakara. So they are lot, vidhiling, ashirling, and root. So this is one more kind of division. One on the endings, the ta ending, nga ending, etc. We can make that way. And one is this kind, where we do it on the basis of moods and tenses. Okay. So that is one more kind. Whatever way you do, you understand the meaning of it. Okay. What are all these? These are the verb endings. Again, we should not forget this point. Kalaha is related to verb. It's related to kriya pada. Okay, so the kriya pada we are discussing. All these are going to happen to a kriya pada. We are going to have so many kriya padas. One in this mood, one in that tense, one is this meaning of the paroksha, bhutakala, of the anadyatana, bhavishyat kala. So all these are the verb forms. Okay, we are all talking, we are discussing this in the nepathya, the background of the verb forms. Okay. Then, now there is a karika. Now, how to remember all these? It's a very difficult activity, right? So our elders have solution for everything. Okay, our elders have solution for everything. What they do, you know, they give us a karika for everything. They give us a karika for everything, like to remember things, right? Lat vartamane, late vede, bhute, lung lang, litas tatha, vidya shivshau, ling lotau, lut, rut, rung cha bhavishyataha. Okay, so this is the karika says rung again to the bhavishyat. Okay, don't worry, don't mess up with all that. It's okay. Okay, please let us accept it. It may fall in the bhavishyat, it may fall in the mood or whatever. Let us, but this karika is very useful. Don't worry about this, and whatever karika says, we can learn it. Okay. So I want one of you to come and read it. Praveen Bhrata, you can read. Yeah, Praveen Bhrata, please read it.
Lakara karika, let vartamane, let vede, bhute lunga langa lits tatha, vidya shisho, linga lotau, lut lung cha bhavishyataha.
Here, you will not say ga, okay? You will not say, avoid saying nga or ga. You say nga, that's all. Okay,
lut lung cha bhavishyataha.
Right. Dhanyavada. And litas tatha, the ta should not be spelled half. Litas tatha, ta. Hemavati Bhagini, you also can read.
Lakara karika, lat vartamane, late vede, bhute lung lang litasthata, vidyasishau ling lotau, lut rut rung cha bhavishyataha.
Right. Annie Bhagini, want to read?
Yes.
Please read.
Lat vartamane, let vede, bhute lung, lut lung lan, litas tatha, vidya shishau, ling lotau, lut rut rung cha bhavishyatah.
Okay, right. So this is how the karika goes, and we can learn it by heart, and we will never forget which one is for what, which is the bhavishyate. That was something. Is it past or is it future? Is it a mood or is it a tense? We need not worry about all that. We can just remember. Okay. So this is something given by elders. So with lot of thanks to them, we will be closing this class. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hands. I'm lowering all hands right now. Okay. Now you can raise. Yeah. Now please raise your hand. Okay. Geeta Bhagini, you can ask a question.
Sorry, Bhagini, if I'm wrong to say this. I want to meet Parnini and ask him about why he had to choose so many lats and not just leave it at present tense, past tense and things like that.
Because he wanted to make it compact. Grammar is all everything about making it compact.
Or complicated. Or complicated for us.
Not complicated. Ardhamatra laghavena putrotsavam manyante vayyakaranaha. So it's a like do you like coding systems and all? It's very like it's like coding. So encapping things, putting things in a box and like opening them. It's very
Yes. No, it is on a lighter vein that I just said. I really would like to meet Pardini and talk to him about this.
So how much we must have to Ardhamatra Lagavena, Putrotsavam Manyante Valyakaran, not just any happiness. They feel as if a son is born to them when they can cut off one Ardhamatra, not even one matra. Okay, so that's why it has. For many times we have to use present tense, past tense, Vartamane, this. Paroksha Bhute, that Anadyatana Bhavishyati, this, how many letters he is saving, see, in the sutra.
Vidhiling especially. Oh. Shamita Bhagini, sorry if I have...
Okay, you said in lighter mode, I understand, but for others, I don't answer. So, Bala Subramanian Tata, you can speak. Okay. Before that, I'll answer the question which in the chat it is that Bhavan and Bhavati is like it's a Prathama Purusha word which is used in the sense of Madhyama Purusha, but all the these things are there, right? The Kriya Padas are all used in the Prathama Purusha. The terminations are Prathama Purusha, but it is used as a Madhyam, it's used for Madhyam Purusha. Okay. So it's in the sense of respect, in the sense of normal also. So I hope that answers your question, right? Yeah. Balasubramaniam Bhata, will you want to speak? Video for the second classes now. Yeah, please excuse us for the video because it's the team who does that. The Vyoma team, the office, they are interested in this task. I'll ask them. I'll just call them and tell them to do this immediately. For this course, because yes, the classes are coming immediately. So please, for this class, I mean, this is the starting, so they should get accustomed to. Whoever is interested to this course, I'll speak to them directly and I'll tell them to do this. Okay, so please bear with the delay just this time. Later we will do it faster. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So any more questions? Radha Bhagini, yes, you can speak.
I just wanted to know, is this class every day? Like how and the duration?
Thursdays. No, only Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. India time. Okay.
And how many months will it go on?
There are 50 classes we are planning. So this is the second class. We have 48 more classes to go.
Okay.
Weekly 2 classes, monthly 8 classes. That way you can calculate. It will go till May, I think May or June. I don't know.
Okay. And we can have access to the videos.
Yes.
You that itself, right now?
If you enroll for the course, it will be there on your student dashboard. Okay. On your dashboard, the video will appear. For whatever courses you have taken from Vyoma, they give the recordings for free on your portal. Just thing is, you have to have a registered account in the Vyoma portal. That's all.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Nalini Bhagini.
Madam, this is not related to grammar, but the one sentence you said, Tattvam Asi, does it comes in Rigveda or Yajurveda?
I'm not exactly sure. I had read about it, but I forgot. One of the Upanishads comes. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm lost.
Okay, so that.
Samaveda. Yeah, somebody is answering. Samaveda. It comes. I'm not very this thing in Vedas. I have studied it, but I don't remember.
No, it comes in Chandogya Upanishad.
Chandogya Upanishad, right? Yeah. So Upanishad.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So no much. Geeta Bhagini, you want to say something or?
Bhagini, are these? Will we be discussing this in detail, Bhagini?
Yes, all this will come in detail with each lesson. See, whatever is covered in the Anuvada Pradepa book, in the part of in the style of exercises and lessons, all that will be covered. But I am telling this as an introductory part. Some of this, like Parokshalit, I don't think it is there in this part. It will be there in the next part, but as a part of introduction to the concept, I am telling this. Okay. So
Anuvada Pradepa, sorry. Anuvada Pradepa book can be bought from where, Bhagini? I missed the first few minutes of that class, Bhagini.
Okay, I told this in the introduction class. It is there in the Sura Saraswati Sabha office in the Sringeri Mata. Or you can order through the online also. From their portal, if you type Sura Saraswati Sabha in the Google, you will get their website. In that website, there is a contact number, there is how to tell them how to order the books and all that is there. You can just download that PDF form, fill it, or whatever they have given one procedure, you can follow it. You can get
Okay.
it. And the books are very cheap also, they're not very costly, they're very
No. For me to,
yeah.
because whatever you said seemed to have gone all above my head. So I thought I'll just sit and read it, go through it, so it'll at least enter my brains a little bit. That's why.
And one more thing, you need not worry about the book. If you want to order, you can have the book. But like the slides which we are going to share as a part of the recording and this class material, everything will be covered. When it will start, it will come. All the sentences from the book are covered in these slides. Okay. So please, if it is not very important, please don't buy it. We can have it here.
One more last question. Sorry for taking others' time also today. Bhagini, on Tuesdays, I won't be able to attend, Bhagini. I have another class on Tuesday, same time.
Then recordings are all the only way. I'll request them to upload the very next day, like 8 to 9 is not office time, right? So they will have Wednesday in between. So by Wednesday, they will upload and you can listen to the class and come to the Thursday class. That way.
But I'll be missing this interactive sessions and this thing from all the students. That's it.
Ram J. Yes.
Namaste, Mahodaya. What is the meaning of Tattvam Asi? Tattvam Asi.
That you are, like you are that. You are not this, you are that. So that our padartha, that Atma Padartha, you are not this Sharira. That is the basic meaning, and lot of things are discussed in Vedas.
Dhanyawad.
Tat Tvam Asi. So Asi is the Tvam, the verb form for Tvam. Tvam Asi, you are, and that is for Tat. Okay, Tat Tvam Asi.
Dhanyawada, Bhaini. Dhanyawada.
Only Balasubramanian Bhrata did not speak but raised hand. So I am closing this session with a prayer.
Okay, Namo Namaha.
Namo Namaha. Yeah, in the chat also no other questions are there. So I'll Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Namo Namaha Sarvebhyah Ram 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 Shubhamastu
Shubharatri. Shubharatri.
Dhanyawad.
Punam milamaha.
Ram 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 Ram.